Did they talk to you about what your role is going to be here?
Nah, I just try to come in, learn the playbook, develop a relationship with the guys, and just try to come in and help as much as possible. Obviously, this team has a great culture, a winning culture, has great leadership here, and I just want to come in and earn the respect of all of my teammates. By first and foremost, preparing the right way, taking care of my body, and doing all those little things. So, try to do whatever I can to help this team win.
You only played for one team.
Let me talk my shit again.
What it do, what it do. This is the Talk My Shit Again podcast, and I am your humble, hostile host, Cassius Cliff. I gotta say, man, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Continue to like, share, subscribe. If you do know any other Eagles fans, continue to share this with them. Because all I'm doing is bringing the good news. I'm just informing. I ain't trying to convince anybody. I'm just here to bring the good news, and I'm going to keep it moving. And since I got good news to bring, I'm going to tell y'all straight up. It's breaking, if y'all wasn't aware. The next dish on the menu, the Washington Commanders in Fedex. Yes, we playing them on Sunday at 1 o'clock. I'm hype for several reasons. Not only did we get another chance to see our team put on a show and do their thing, get another one on the column, we're playing a divisional opponent. That's always great. That's always going to be fireworks, if not a good show. And I'm actually going to be in the building. I'm from the DMV area. I'm going to be in the stadium, sitting behind the Eagles bench. It's going to be great. I'm going to have a lot of fun, I'm sure. A lot of Eagles fans are going to have fun watching the game. I'm going to be in the stadium, in the building, behind our guys. If you want to, send any messages to them, any notes, send them to me. I can definitely pass the message along. I got you. Don't even worry about that. But let's go and get into this content, man. We do play the Commanders on Sunday. And if you're an NFC East fan especially, you know how these divisional matchups go. Can't necessarily call it. And more times than not, them shits be close. Too close for comfort, if you ask me, obviously, because I be trying to chill and just enjoy the game. A comfortable lead and win, yes, that is what I would probably prefer. But you can't call it with these divisional matchups, and really, I want it any other way, because that's what football is about. It keeps that shit exciting, and you want to see a good game in the end. You don't want to see a game over by halftime, third quarter. Like, at that point, you're looking for the next game or looking for something to do. And given I'm going to be in the building, I don't want these Commander fans out of it in the second quarter. I want them to be in the game, and I want them to actually feel their hopes being drained from them come mid-fourth quarter. I would rather that, honestly and truly. Especially given the last time I was actually in that stadium, we took a win. We got a W, but before that W, I took several L's before that. So I would love to see them think they're about to win and then lose closer to the end. But let's get off of that. Let's go and get into this content. We do have some bad news. I am going to bring you the good, the bad, and the ugly. We do have bad. This is the bad. It is the injury report. We have it every week. Obviously, we would want nobody on this. We want it to be blank. That's just not the case. This is a very physical, violent sport. Unfortunately, Bradley Roby, he would not be suiting up, even though we had signed him less than a month ago. He's not going to be playing this week. And fortunately for us, we got a GM like Howie Roseman, who is proactive and not reactive. We already made signing drafts and trades for these kind of situations. And literally, he was a contingency plan in Bradley Roby. We signed him a couple weeks ago, so he wasn't supposed to be on the roster unless we got hurt or injuries, and here he is, obviously. But if you saw in my last video, when it came to the post game, Eli Ricks actually showed up and showed that he's a viable option when it comes to this slot position. So I'm fully prepared to see him out there. Please keep him out there. More notable though, Jordan Davis. And if you've heard me speak about this run defense and this defense in general, the run defense has been the focal point of this defense. And when it comes to a particular player that's been pivotal when it comes to this run defense, Jordan Davis screams at me. He's the first on my mind. That's what we drafted him for. He was never supposed to be a D tackle that generates a lot of pressure when it comes to the passing downs. It was supposed to be to shore up the run defense. And this year has shown and proved that that's what he is. So to not have him out there against a team that, the last team that was actually able to put up over 100 rushing yards against us, that could pose a problem. But as you can see further down the injury report, we got Milton Williams back. Zach Cunningham's going to be able to suit up. Reed Blankenship's going to be out there. James Bradbury's going to be out there. So really, even though Jordan Davis is questionable, only guy that's actually out right now is Bradley Roby. And we could take that, and I will take that. Given that this is football. This ain't basketball. Guys go out. Guys go down, and really, you don't want to rush anybody back. Especially if you're a playoff team, presumed playoff team. Obviously, we're going to be in the playoffs. I don't want to rush anybody back. We want to be healthy and ready come December, January, February. And I did say February. I ain't miss words, February. But anyway, that's the injury report. It is actually shorter than last week, and that's big. That's huge. Now, I did mention we're going against, the Washington Commanders this Sunday at 1 o'clock in Fedex. And I just want to show y'all what we're up against, who we're facing this Sunday.
What's the evaluation like after a loss like that?
They whooped our ass, plain and simple. Got to be better.
Anything they did that surprised you guys early on?
No, I want to say so. I think it's just a lack of focus on our part, a lack of attention to detail, not starting fast, and creating holes that are too big for us to overcome in the second half.
Does it get frustrating when that seems...
Yes, it does. I'm fucking tired of this shit. Fucking tired of this bullshit. It's been 7 fucking years of the same shit. Tired of this shit.
What can you do now going forward to get it turned around?
Get our minds right and get ready to play fucking Philadelphia.
If you ask me, man, honestly, I feel sorry for Jonathan Allen and a lot of those great players on that team, because up until a couple months ago, they were poorly ran. Dan Snyder, he's out of there. And even though they got great players, the way that Dan Snyder had set up this, this franchise, it was just poorly set up. They were not set up to succeed for success remotely. And it's unfortunate because they had great talent on that team, guys that I respect, especially on the defensive end. And we're going to embarrass them this Sunday. That's just how the cards fall. I don't want that to happen, but that's just the way shit happens sometimes. And I just got to be here to bring it to you, the news. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't kill me. I'm just here to bring it to you. We're going to embarrass these guys in their house. And as you heard, he's tired of this shit. Me, I'm enjoying it. Obviously, I'm on the other end. They want to prepare for us this Sunday. There's no way to prepare for us. Not the way y'all been playing. There's just no way. This week, he'll be frustrated again. He'll be upset again, probably cursing on cable TV, local TV. And that's not really our problem or our issue, because this is a Philly podcast. This is a Philadelphia Eagles podcast. And we're here to bring the good news. You feel me? And unfortunately for Jonathan Allen, this is going to be no different this week. Now, yes, he's a dog, and there's a lot of dogs on our defensive line. But they're going against, the best offensive line in the league in Philly. And even though we're the best offensive line in this league, we are missing one of our one of our components, and really a vital part to me in this offensive line, in Cam Jurgens. And what could pose a problem for us, especially going against a guy like Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Montez Sweat, Chase Young, it could be a problem for us because they're stout. They for real. And when you got a guy like Sua Opeta, number 78 right there, going up against, from where I'm sitting at and from what I've seen, probably a mid-tier Miami Dolphins defensive line, just getting beat off the break. And maybe not off the break necessarily, which would be like as soon as the ball snapped. But the way he got beat right there, that's embarrassing, bro. You're a professional player. And the way that Jalen had to quickly throw that out to Smitty, and for him to like try to corral that ball because you couldn't hold a block for what, 3 seconds? That's embarrassing. And it's not going to be any easier this week when it comes to you, Sua Opeta, number 78. Everybody else on that line is fine, and they know what to do. They do their job well. Sua Opeta is the only oddball out of this bunch. And this play right here clearly shows why he's the oddball. Because when it comes to passing downs and pass blocking, he's not formidable. That's not where he's proficient at. Run blocking is definitely his game. Pass blocking, clearly he needs some work. Even though Jeff Stoutland is a phenomenal offensive line coach, there's certain things he can't help. And Sua Opeta is just showing evidence of that. It's undeniable at this point. And for me, that's my only concern. Passing downs and number 78. Everybody else, you cool. You're good. I even mentioned this, Lane Johnson let up a sack last week. That actually was not credited to him. That was credited to Sua Opeta. So even though I'm not going to necessarily say that, that was rightfully done, you see, it was probably so bad of a down. It was like, we got to throw it on Sua Opeta because he stinks that bad. It could not have been Lane. Whether or not that's true, I'm not here to argue that. I'm just here to tell you this could be a problem for us. But since we're touching on the ugly, after already touching on the bad, let's look at the good. This run defense, which has been propelling this defense overall. I mean, completely dominating the run game. This is a team that was averaging over 180 yards per game, and they put up less than 50 last week on us. And again, this is the top offense in the league. Or I think they still are, actually. Yeah. They just didn't look like that last Sunday. Not on primetime, not against us. Because that offense put up 10 points, and they got a pick 6. So, I don't know how the Commanders fans feel when it comes to this matchup. Clearly, I'm chilling. I'm comfortable. I got the shades on and everything, the Morpheus shades on. Clearly, I've been unplugged out of the Matrix. I see reality. And in reality, they trash. They're not ready for us on Sunday. They're just not. And this play is clear evidence. I mean, look at number 81. I think that's Smythe right there. I mean, I'm gonna pull him up right here. It's hard to pronounce his first name, but last name is Smythe, tight end. I mean, obviously he's having a mid-year right now. And I did make sure. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I made sure he's not injured based off this play. But as you can see, number 81, he got folded. And he's supposed to block. He's supposed to block right there. But he got folded because the defensive line literally let up no push by their offensive line. And they had no offensive gain when it came to the run play, which is probably why we had them under 50. And when you're talking about the Commanders team that should be running the ball more, that probably doesn't run the ball enough, and that's probably almost certainly where the offense is more efficient, they're not even going to be able to do that against us. We're only set up for success when it comes to playing against the Washington Commanders. We're primed and ready for this. It's not prime time, but it's going to feel like that given the way we're going to perform this Sunday. I'm just too confident in that. This is pure evidence. You're talking about the best rushing defense. They can't move the ball. Not on the ground anyway. So here's another play. On the other side, with a different angle, I mean, yes, Jordan Davis is questionable for this Sunday, and that could, raise an eyebrow for concern. Sure. And you see him right here. As soon as the ball snaps, he's 3 yards on the other side of the ball, on the other side of the line of scrimmage. But if you notice, he's not the only one. He's not even the one that makes the tackle. That's Hassan Reddick, who's supposed to be a pass rushing specialist. Supposed to, kill the quarterback. But if you notice last game, he was phenomenal in the run defense. And all these guys are corralling to the ball. That's how you play defense. I like my defense violent. The way in that last clip, you saw the way that they folded up Smythe. That's what I like to see. Especially when he wasn't injured after that play. Because I don't want to wish an injury on anybody. But the way they folded up a grown man like that, Yeah, that's how I want my defense to play. Absolutely. Every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, whatever day the game falls on, play like that. Please and thank you. Because that's how you win games, bro. This is the NFL. In a league that is geared for the offense, you need your defense to show up, play in and play out. You need it. It's too vital. It's imperative. And I'm going to keep it like that, bro. Like, you saw the couple clips. And really, you saw what we could do against a number one offense on prime time. If you are remotely concerned or worried about these Commanders, I'm here to put those concerns and worries to bed. Put it to sleep into green pastures. Because we finna put a hurting on these dudes on Sunday. And I'm just too ready. I'm going to be in the building. I'm going to have my Eagles gear on. I'm actually going to be tailgating with some of my folks who are Commanders fans. Obviously, those are my folks, so we're going to have a good time. They're not going to have the best time, obviously, because they're Commanders fans. And I'm really going to be enjoying, the festivities. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing on Sunday. I don't know about y'all, but if y'all going to be in the building like myself, definitely bring your popcorn. Definitely bring your best Eagles gear. If you're coming with your kids, bring a bib for them because it's going to be a feast, a buffet. And I'm just hyping. I'm ready. But hey, I'm not going to hold y'all too long because it is Friday. It is the weekend and the game is a couple days away. And I don't want to hold y'all too much on this because I got some more stuff for y'all coming down the line and we're going to keep it like that. That being said, though, again, I appreciate y'all tapping in. Continue to like, share, subscribe. And again, this is the Talk My Shit Again podcast. I'm your humbly hostile host, Cassius Cliff. Till the next time.